you're looking to drastically improve your aim, accuracy, and gun skill, you came to the right place. We're gonna be going over the new best settings here in Modern Warfare 3 Season 1 to take your gameplay to the next level. If that sounds good to you, feel free to drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications. I know there's a lot of new people playing Modern Warfare 3 with the new Warzone integration. I want you guys to be locked and loaded and ready to dominate some games. All right, as you guys can see here, I do play with an Xbox Elite controller on PC with one paddle on the back, the short paddle set up for jumping. But do not fear, these settings are gonna be absolutely perfect no matter what controller you are currently playing with or what type of console you are on. And also, if you guys do decide to pick up an Xbox Elite controller, I do have the product linked at the top of the description. If you do pick one up using my link, it does help me out, and I do thank you in advance. Now, for the button layout, tactical is going to be incredibly important to switch to, again, no matter what controller you guys are currently playing with. This is going to remap your crouch and prone button by just pressing down on the right thumbstick, and this is going to be incredibly important because you can perform a drop shot, which is meaning dropping down and shooting while aimed down sight without losing accuracy. You're also going to be able to get in and out of cover a lot easier. And in Modern Warfare 3, because the TTK is technically slower on this game, you're going to be able to re-engage more in gunfights faster, smarter, and keeping yourself alive. Overall, a great button layout to play on. Again, it does not matter what controller you have. I highly recommend you switching to this. Now, everything else under this tab is going to be pretty much the same. The only thing I do have turned off is vibration. Here in Modern Warfare 3, because they did go ahead and change the way aim assist works on this Call of Duty, I do not want to have any type of vibration, any unnecessary movement in my controller that can throw off my aim and accuracy at longer ranges. And vibration for me does that. This is something you guys should definitely turn off, try it out, and see if you guys improve with it shut off. It could be that simple of a fix. But if it doesn't and you like the vibration, feel free to keep it on. Now, for the dead zone settings, these are going to be pretty much dependent on your own controller health. Luckily, in this Call of Duty game, you can set this up very easily by testing your own dead zone setting in game. So that's nice that they have this feature in Modern Warfare 3. Now, for aiming, you guys can see I've made some drastic changes under my controller sensitivity as well as the aim assist type. Now, previously, I would always recommend playing within the 4 to 6 sensitivity window. That was the window I would call the best for optimization if you're trying to win those long range engagements. For me personally, I have now started to step out of that window because I'm starting to kind of learn how to play Call of Duty again on a high sensitivity. Now, for my horizontal, I am now running a 6. I used to play on a 5. I used to play on a 4. Now I am back to a 6. Now, for my vertical, I've actually went ahead and upped it to 7. I used to play on a 4, 5, and 6 here as well. I've been slowly starting to increase it. The reason being is because I have started to snipe a lot more in Modern Warfare 3, and sniping on a lower sensitivity is not your best option. You want to kind of bump up the sensitivity so you could be a little bit more mobile and flick if you need to, and that's kind of what I've been trying to do with the sniper rifles, and also trying to subconsciously train myself to get better with regular weapons as well. Regular weapons, I'm talking about ARs, SMGs, LMGs in this game. So that's why I've started to increase my sensitivity setting. Now, to go ahead and kind of counteract the increase, I have reduced my ADS sensitivity in multiplayer from 0.65 to 0.55. Now, originally I was playing on a 0.75. Every time that I increase my sensitivity, I always bump this down so I can have as little stick play as possible in my controller. The nice thing about playing on a 6.7.55 is because it's fast, but when you're aimed down sights, it's slow, and that's kind of what matters here. You want to be able to get around the map, obviously turn on players if you need to, but at longer ranges, you need to be accurate, and I'm able to do so with this setting. Now, everything else is going to be pretty much the same. The only thing I have changed again here is I've adjusted my aim assist response curve type to linear. Now, I used to play on standard. I always preached playing on standard because at a moment's notice, they can make adjustments. Then I switched to dynamic to kind of get more used to the aim assist here in Modern Warfare 3 because they did make some changes, and now I am on linear and I'm absolutely loving it. Again, it's fast but slow at the same time. If you are looking to bump up your sensitivity, if you've been on, you know, that 4 to 6 window and you're trying to go ahead and step it up a notch, definitely go ahead and make the change to 6.7.55 in linear. You are going to have a blast, and honestly, it's going to feel aim down sight wise that you've been playing on a slow sensitivity, but going around the map and turning on people, it's going to be like you're on crack. So definitely a great setting to switch to. Everything else here, I have not went ahead and adjusted here. The aim assist type is still going to be on Black Ops. Again, Black Ops is going to be the best aim assist to run here in Modern Warfare 3. It's going to feel like you have glue on the sticks, and because of the current way that it is coded in this game, I do recommend playing on Black Ops over default. One of those settings where, you know, I wish we could run default, but Black Ops is seriously going to be king with the other settings I have enabled. Now, again, everything else is going to be pretty much disabled and kept on default. Now for gameplay, I have automatic tactical sprint turned on. This is obviously to get around the map a little bit quicker. I like to move around with ARs, SMGs, and snipers. This allows me to do so a hell of a lot easier. Now everything else here, I've not went ahead and changed. I've not changed the sliding effects because in all reality, I don't really YY too much anymore. I don't, you know, slide cancel as much anymore. I don't movement guide around the map as much anymore. It's just not necessary on MW3. The most important thing on this game is to be as accurate as possible at this current junction. The way everything is kind of set up currently, when the game does get a little bit older and we start getting, you know, used to how everybody is playing, because obviously metas change, we'll start incorporating slide canceling, YYing. But as of right now, getting accurate is what matters, and these are going to be the best settings under the controller category. For my FOV, I'm still running on a 120 FOV. This is personal preference. Anything between a 100 to 120 FOV is going to be amazing in this game, especially if you couple it with the affected ADS field of view. I still see people playing on independent, and I do not know why. Affected 120 FOV is going to allow your weapons to have less visual recoil, and if you are using Modern Warfare 2 weapons, you want to go ahead and have a throwback type of day. This is going to help tenfold at those long range engagements, and also it does help out with some of the MW3 guns as well, again giving you less visual recoil. A lot of people think it's aimbot, people are cheating. It's because they're playing on 100 plus FOV with the affected ADS field of view. It is incredible on this Call of Duty. Now everything else here, I have not went ahead and changed. You want to shut off world motion blur as well as weapon motion blur. This is a setting that is on by default. You want to shut this off immediately. This gives a very annoying and honestly obstructive haze to your game, and it makes it very difficult to see people at close to medium ranges, especially if you are moving around. If you are running on a higher sensitivity, this has to be shut off. If it's not shut off, I don't know what you're doing. Shut it off. You're going to see a drastic improvement to your gameplay by just flipping a switch, quite literally. And again, everything else here is going to be pretty much default. I've made some changes like the film grain, but that's again going to be specific to my PC. And you guys can see here, my inverted flashbang is enabled. Obviously, this is going to make just a quality of life change in multiplayer because nobody really likes to have that annoying flashbang effect on their screen. Now for the audio settings, don't sleep on these. They don't calm your ears for nothing. You want to play on headphones bass boost on the audio mix. This with bone conduction headset is going to be incredible, which is why I recommend it on all of my class setups. And in the settings video, I always recommend playing on headphones bass boost. You're going to hear footsteps and gunfire a lot easier, which is going to allow you to stay alive longer and make smarter plays. Because again, here in Modern Warfare 3, because the TTK is slower, you want to make sure you are outplaying the enemy as much as possible, and this is going to allow you to do that. Everything else here is going to be default. I've changed nothing. Everything is cranked up. I want to be able to hear everything going on in game, and honestly, I do like the in-game sound effects in Modern Warfare 3. It's just the Infinity Ward games, they all look and sound very good, and you know, I want to be immersed. Now, if you do not have a headset, it's not a big issue. Headphones bass boost is still going to be a great option. Now, if you do have a headset, which I feel like a lot of people do, I have Astro A40TR. Let me know down in the comment section if you guys want to make a specific headset video on my sound EQs and my setting, which I can do. But if you have a headset that you've bought within the last literally 5 years, you you will be good to go. I bought this headset back in Infinite Warfare, and it's still kicking strong, and that tells you the quality of these Astro headsets. They're outdated as hell now, but they still put in work. And then finally, for the interface settings, you guys can see nothing really has changed. The only thing I have went ahead and changed to from the default is playing on the square minimap round. Look, if I catch anybody playing round, don't even let me know. Just switch it to square. You want to play on square because not only is this going to be a bigger mini map picture, but you'll also be able to read the mini map a lot easier. And as always, let me know down in the comment section if you guys want a video breaking down how you guys can read the mini map, interpret where people are going to be spawning, and overall just playing to the smartest and best of your ability. I can 100% provide that. Again, obviously everything else here is going to be default, and I've not made any changes. And overall, I think all these settings are good out the box. You just want to make sure that your mini map is adjusted. And these are going to be the best settings you guys should be using here in Modern Warfare 3 for Season 1. Now, the most important thing I want you guys to take away from this video is you want to adjust your horizontal and vertical as well as your AD sensitivity and multiplayer accordingly, especially if you're trying to step your game up to the next level. If you're looking to bump up your sensitivity, go ahead, try out 6.7.55 and also play on linear with Black Ops. You're gonna enjoy this a lot more than the slower sensitivity because you're gonna be able to do all the tasks you were before, but obviously you're gonna be able to speed everything up a little bit more. But if this is a little bit too fast, you're not ready to take the next step, I do recommend still remaining in that pocket, which is gonna be that 4, 5, 6 sensitivity window. 4, 5, 6 sensitivity window for, again, vertical as well. And also we want to go ahead and bump this back up to 0.65 to accommodate for the, you know, slower sensitivity. And obviously you want to switch this back to dynamic as well. But I have been really enjoying these settings. Sniping has kind of opened a new door for me, and honestly, it's really, really nice. So if you guys enjoy, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications, and I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Deuces.